On this week's edition of Colleen's Community Connections Home Makeover March, we're in Haddonfield, New Jersey, and we're going to check out this amazing home office. We're here with Greg Stanislow from Stanislow Woodworks. Thank you. This is unbelievable.
Oh, thanks.
Do you want to kind of talk us through the project and what design choices that you made and how you actually built this?
Yeah, sure. So we've divided the room up into 3 sections that are all equal, and Jill was pretty insistent on including an arch above each of the wing units, which I thought was really unique and certainly adds a lot to the aesthetic.
It really does. I mean, it's the first thing you notice is the arches. They're beautiful.
Yeah, so we had to come out and get initial measurements, and we talk about design, and I basically go back and go on my computer and sketch it up. Send a SketchUp file of what I think a good design would be.
Right.
Send it to the client, and we sort of go back and forth on edits and changes, and once the final design is decided on, we start building it.
And the trim that is up here, was that and around the room? Like, did you do that? Was that here? I can't even remember if that was here.
That's a good question. The crown here was existing.
Okay. So you matched it?
Yeah. So the part of a lot of what we do is trying to make units look like they've always been here.
Right.
So, like especially with crown molding and baseboard, that baseboard was here as well. So.
Okay.
We had to
tie that all in.
Sort of tie it all together, and we cope into existing crown and baseboard. So this is all new, but that was here.
Here before,
yeah.
Okay. And was there certain things, I know that she was, because that was the first thing she told me, is that the arches, but storage, like what were other problems that they had in this office that they were kind of trying to solve?
Yeah, so the room is 9 feet tall,
okay.
Which is, some houses are 8,
right?
Some houses are 9, and it's only 13 feet wide. So that made this section kind of small-ish, I thought. This panel is typically not taller than it is wide. So I think heightening these, making these a little taller, sort of brings everything a little bit more in proportion. And one of the things she wanted was the tabletop, the countertop, to basically be at the chair rail. So
got it.
That was, that's a constraint we have to work with, and so we sort of start there in terms of our proportions,
And then storage in here, did they have? Well, I mean, can we open them? I don't know.
Yeah, of course.
Sorry, Jill.
Yeah.
Oh wow. I mean, that's actually a lot deeper than it really.
Yeah, they're pretty big. They're over 4 feet wide.
So they can store like kids stuff in here too.
Yeah, for sure.
And then, yeah. That's, oh wow, look, and there's this is when I should, arts and crafts stuff in here too. That's amazing.
Yeah, and there's an outlet over there, which
inside
which powers that.
Okay.
Whatever that is.
Like an echo, right?
Yeah, so we have to a lot of times bring outlets through and provide grommets for electricity, or in this case, the wires go behind the panel, obviously, and down into here, you can see the components are all hidden.
Wow.
So, yeah. It's definitely something that we think about, as we design things, is, proportions and it's trying to hide electricity and outlets and things like that.
Make it look as clean as possible.
Yeah, for sure.
Can you tell us a little bit more about your business, where you're located, and what you guys kind of specialize in?
Yeah, so I am business partners with Matt Shell.
Okay.
He runs a business called Trim Pro Carpentry, and we're out of Collingswood.
Okay.
Yeah, so our shop's in Collingswood. We team up on all of our jobs pretty much, and we tackle them together. And all this stuff is, because I come out and take good measurements and we solidify the design on my computer. All of this stuff can be pre-built.
Oh, so it's built in Collingswood, and then you install. Okay.
So you're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units.
Oh wow.
And then a TV panel. That's all built in our shop, painted, and then brought here.
So start to finish, what would you say this kind of project takes? Like from initial measurements to when you actually install it?
So we're knocking out 4 of these a month.
Okay. Wow.
So about a week.
A week to, wow. That's amazing.
Yeah, a lot of the pre-work has to happen a little bit in advance.
Okay.
You know, the initial meeting, like we're meeting clients now that we won't install till November.
Okay.
But as November gets closer, you know, either Matt or myself will go out to their house, get final measurements, locate all the outlets, figure out exactly what they want, and then build it.
And then I've actually seen one of my favorites was one of your mud rooms that you do. So
thank you.
Talk me, some of your projects that you have done. And
yeah, mudrooms are big, you know. So many people are home.
Storage.
This past, 2020
Right.
especially, everybody was home with their children. So a lot of desks, a lot of built-in mudroom units where storage is key.
Yeah.
You know, trying to hide backpacks and shoes and
laundry rooms too, I'm sure.
Tons, tons. Yeah, so that stuff is like, you know, entertainment units we certainly do a lot of, but it's this past year especially, there's a lot of mudrooms. Yeah, which is fun.
Well, how can people get a hold of you? You know, and about how long are your projects out right now? Like if someone were to call you tomorrow.
We're booking into November at this
Okay.
point, and you know, which is great. We're very fortunate to have that business. But in terms of communication, we have Facebook and Instagram.
Okay.
So Stanislow Woodworks.
Okay.
Or on Instagram or Facebook.
Stanislow is Woodworks.
Yeah.
Instagram, Facebook.
Yep.
And if someone wants to, do you like forms or anything for people to fill out if they want to?
No, just my email address.
Okay.
Yeah, or messaging through those apps is fine.
Okay, great.
Yeah, my email is stanislowwoodworks@gmail.com.
All right. Well, thank you so much. This is absolutely beautiful.
Thanks. Yeah, we're super proud of it. I love this work, and you know, it's not just me. It's my partner Matt too, who's such a big part of the operation. It's, you know, we're 50-50, so
Okay.
he deserves the credit too. So.
And how far do you travel? That was another question.
Yeah. I mean, we generally keep it under half an hour.
Okay.
Yeah. So
PA, will you go over to the PA side?
Yeah,
or?
we do. Yeah. We do quite a few jobs in Philly and the surrounding suburbs, but definitely most of our work is in Jersey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much for joining
Yeah,
us today.
thank you.
Check them out if you want built-ins.
Yeah.
Mud rooms, offices. Obviously, you can have it built, and well, obviously they're scheduling out until November, but you can have this in your home in a week. You said, well.
Yeah. Yeah, on site, we're only usually in people's homes for a day or two.
There you go.
So it's
minimally invasive.
Yeah, that's right.
Thank you so much for joining us today, and thanks for being
Colleen.
here. Yep.
Thank you.